People who voted for Clinton in 2016 but are intending to vote for Trump in 2020. What made you change your mind? Tip: sort by controversial for serious answers. Upvoting so it goes to hot, where it becomes an absolute train wreck. Train wreck? Reddit is well known for its civil discourse and embracing of different opinions. You're so generous. You still charitably describe our community after literally hundreds of us banged your mom last night. Hundreds? Must have been a slow night. That's per hole. I finally got my turn on her belly button. Your belly button was your original mouth. This is the shit I come to Reddit for. Me too. We're in this together, comrade. Repost this and put serious in the title. I think that's how it works. Those people aren't going to comment because of people like the ones filling up the whole comment section. Why would someone answer a question just to get ridiculed? I didn't even want Clinton and Trump as options in 2016. Edit: this blew up. Just two things: I know a lot of people didn't want either, and just because I made this comment does not mean I didn't go out and vote that day. Hashtag you'll vote on the choices we give you, and that's that. Basically how the illusion of choice works in this country. For POTUS it's just picking the lesser evil. State, county, and local races are generally more meaningful. Always. Tip O'Neill wrote a quick read back in the 90s? Can't remember. Called All Politics is Local, and in it he essentially outlined how if you want your vote to matter and see how it mattered, vote and get involved in local politics. I took that to heart after I read it and haven't been disappointed. Sure, there can be narcissistic hacks at the local level, but they're my narcissistic hacks. Voted for Clinton mainly because never been a fan of Trump. After the Kavanaugh farce, I'm leaning hard R. But if Biden wins, I may consider voting for him. If Sanders or Warren wins the nomination, I'll not only vote for Trump, but max my political donations to every GOP senator running for election along with a few reps. There are a lot more people who are in my camp than you all think. Sanders Warren will get crushed by negative ads about the economic destruction that will come from their plans, and Trump will win. Biden is the only hope in the key states that matter. Edit: the casual observer may find it very interesting that 97% of the messages and replies I've received are full of hate and vitriol, but yet this post has a positive karma rating. Also, to the posters who are about to message me and call me a ducking retard, please exercise a little creativity as that particular gem has been done to death. Thanks. Have a great evening and/or a wonderful day. I'll go ahead and throw myself to the wolves. I'm 45 yo. I voted Clinton in 2016. I even voted for Bill Clinton before Bush. I've voted for Dems and Republicans over the years. I follow politics and economics very closely. I'm not committed to voting for Trump, but I don't believe in any economic plan that any Democratic candidate is pushing. I'm torn. Before you get completely torn apart by the Reddit hive mind, I want to say thank you for your honest answer. I am definitely not a Trump supporter, but I do believe in actual dialogue and respectful discourse, and not demonizing everyone we disagree with. We are not seeing it here, but you're a decent person for trying. Should have added a serious tag. Alternatively, you can ask in Rask Trump supporters edit, got a lot of responses saying that ats is not a good subreddit. Sorry, but I'm out of ideas. I know I forgot, is there any way to change it now? You can't. Just let it age, I guess, but go to that subreddit and ask, you probs are gonna get more legit answers than troll ones tbh. Well, this thread sucked. Lesson learned, Reddit sucks at political discussion. Which is a bummer because I really love a civil discussion about politics, and Reddit has the minds to do it. Unfortunately, any political posts just disintegrate into petty attacks and downvoting to hell. I reckon there are bots and they're complicating things further. It's really difficult to have a productive political discussion when there's so much disinformation out there. When two people are quite literally existing in different realities for all intents and purposes, you can't have an actual conversation. Thread is a trap. No trap. No trap. You're a trap. Grab 'em by the trap. I have the best traps. People always tell me, if you need a trap, you come to me. I'm the trap guy. Obama never trapped. Make trap great again. Merry Trapmas. It was illegal to say Merry Trapmas under Obama. The sad thing is, people who are actually answering the question truthfully will get downvoted to hell just for answering it. Yeah, welcome to Reddit. Was going to vote for Hillary last year, had several life or death family emergencies election week and was unable to vote. In a very strongly blue state anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. Did not like Hillary one bit, didn't like Trump and still don't like him. He says moronic things, he lies about things he doesn't need to lie about, he does things just for the sake of pissing people off and I can't stand it. But the economy is good, and somehow he has kept most of the world idiots in line. The tariffs might be messing some things up, but work has been strong and my retirement accounts are looking great. I'm almost 40 and probably can only do my physical job another 10 years. I need strong leadership that will help my financial future, and the Democrats keep tripping over themselves just to get after him. Yeah, he's dirty as duck and so are half the people he works with, but so are the Clintons and the Pelosi's and the Bidens. Bernie means well and I would love for his plans to be reality, but there's just no way it can succeed without really fucking us over some other way. Plus he always looks like has 3 coughs from falling over dead. This Iran thing is a big deal to me though. If Trump gets us into a war with Iran, I'm voting against him. If he can keep things from further escalating and go back to business as usual, I'll probably vote for him and still complain about half the shit he does. Thank you for an honest and insightful write-up. I stopped taking my antipsychotics. Several concussions. Edit, had no idea this thread would blow up and lead to some hate. For the record, I love all of you, Trump supporters, Hillary supporters, whatever supporters. We are the ones that suffer because of this dumb two-party system run by the highest bidders. No single presidential election is likely to change that. I hope and pray every day for more understanding and peace in our country. My favorite thing about this post is that there are so many comments about what a shit show the comments will be, yet I see very few actual shitty comments. Sort by controversial. The ugly comments are in the responses to top-level comments answering the original question. Was still a student back then, but now I work in a hedge fund. I'm voting for him based on the state of the economy. Voted for Johnson, do I get to say things? Please do. Lamau, even serious thought-out answers are just bombarded with negativity. People immediately jumping to questioning your intelligence. This is an interesting question, but unfortunately this is not a website that will bring about any serious discussion on the matter. I don't know what this thread was like 15 minutes ago when you wrote that comment, but boy it sure is weird reading every single sincere response to Ops question sandwiched between two. They'll never let you see their comments, they'll just downvote them. Responses, over and over again, all upvoted to the top. I am voting Trump in 2020 because there is no good reason for opening the border and allowing people who I have nothing to do with to feed on my taxes. Democrats should prioritize issues with the country like liberal urban areas, rampant infested homelessness, the rotting education system in inner city schools, and the tons of other ingrained issues in the U.S. Some Democrats might feel good with themselves by letting in and helping random people, but many middle and lower class people like me don't have that luxury. Also, just letting people walk into the country is an insult to the honest and hard-working immigrants that came in legally. Additionally, the argument I dislike most is how people keep saying, oh, illegals make up a large part of the economy so they belong. Well, let me tell you what, it is a problem if a massive part of your economy is comprised of illegal people instead of employing the literally hundreds of thousands of homeless people on the streets. Politicians need to get their act together and stop brainwashing people into believing that it's our responsibility to help poor people from other countries, and fix actual issues within our country. Not intending to vote for Trump, but depending on who the Democratic nominee is, it's possible, I suppose. Conservative-ish leaning suburbanite who found Clinton to be a bit too far left, but Trump is just a disaster human being, so was happy to vote for her. Trump is still a disaster who is unfit for office across any metric, destroying the foundations of the country with selfishness and idiocy, but at some point it becomes the devil I know versus devil I don't. I voted for Clinton in 2016 and it wasn't because I disagreed with Trump. It was because I saw him more as the Apprentice host. Plus I live in Texas and it's really not much of a swing vote state. Texas was going to be red in 2016 and you'd have known that in 2000. Plus, all that pedo shit. That was shady business, guys. Also, I really view most of the United States politics as whose lie do I like more? Whose lying will keep my wallet fat and I'd have a safe economy for my future kids? I'd take Trump's lying over most of the Democratic field.